Dodgeball. Who ever thought a video game about dodgeball would be a good idea? Well, we had a hilarious dodgeball movie starring Ben Stiller and Vince Vaughn, right? So maybe Knockout City could work as well. Whilst traditional dodgeball games take place in smaddy high school gyms, Knockout City expands this world, taking place across several locations throughout the city. And there are a whole bunch of new maps set to be added in the forthcoming months as well. However, these locations aren't just futuristic and shiny eye candy, as each environment is fully interactive and allows you to create a strategy around it. So, for the love of all things, don't run in front of moving trains or jump into bottomless pits. When you fire up the game and the training is offered, don't resist it. Seriously, you don't want to be a noob rushing into a brawl without knowing everything that's available to you. From being able to use other players as balls to knowing the difference between a moon ball and a bomb ball, spend some time getting to know the details before rushing into the game. Because there's a lot of subtle nuances that could be the difference between you winning and getting creamed by the competition. So, by the time you're ready to play Knockout City, you'll notice several multiplayer modes. At times during the day, particularly if you're playing in an African time zone, you might struggle with matchmaking and joining a crew. This is mostly due to the fact that the game is still relatively new and still needs to build up a database of competitors. But when you do get a game, you're going to be sucked in and wanting a whole lot more, no matter what the outcome. As said before, there are a few multiplayer modes, and some of them are only offered after you reach a certain level. That said, you can still compete in general rounds, where you try to be the first team to reach 10 points, and you can also collect contracts, which are basically like side missions for extra points. Where Knockout City really exceeds is in capturing the deathmatch feeling that you'll know from other multiplayer gems over the years. There's a fast and frenetic energy to it, as you can't stop for 1 second, or someone will knock you to Kingdom Come. For real, if you thought Doom Eternal was unforgiving, wait until you see some of the Knockout City experts give you a lesson in dodgeball. And much like other multiplayer games, the more you play and win, the more you unlock. In this case, it's the ability to grab new goodies and upgrade your character's look. There are some fun features to get your crew kitted out as well. And hey, if you put in enough time into this game, you and your team can replicate the average Joe's or Globo Gym from the Dodgeball movie. More importantly, Knockout City feels like a game that everyone can play, regardless of if you like dodgeball or not. Inspired by the spirit of other fun, family-friendly multiplayer games, you can either compete with your friends or family and have a, pardon the pun, ball. It isn't a complicated game to get into, and it's easy enough to pick up. But obviously, the more time you put into it, the better you'll become. When it comes to original ideas, you simply can't fault a Knockout City here. It's managed to turn dodgeball into a competitive, cross-platform juggernaut that'll keep everyone coming back for more. And you know what else? It's just a whole lot of fun, and that's something that every multiplayer game should be.
Ball me, Blazer. Show them, friend.